It's hot. All
Hi.
Hi.
It's Krisha and Frank show. We're Krisha and Frank.
I don't want you to burn your tongue while we're trying to do a show.
Nah.
No, that's tough times, you know? Because you microwave the heck out of that water. That's all I know.
I did.
Yeah, over there in the break room.
Over in the break room. Frank's kitchen.
It's down the break room. Thank you so much for watching us on YouTube and helping us inch ever closer to subscriber 500.
Yes, as soon as we get to subscriber 500 and we can identify who you are, you're getting a prize pack.
We will totally give you a prize pack. And of course, my goal is actually to get to subscriber 1,000, but you can't get to 1,000
without getting to 500.
Without getting to 500 first. And I know our show is less than 6 months old.
Yes.
And I know we're doing well. I know we have far more subscribers than other YouTube channels, you know, but goals.
It's good to have goals. You need goals in life. Got to keep on chugging.
Keep on chugging. So do, and also you can help us by purchasing our merchandise.
Yes.
I was thinking of some other weird things that we could make, but I guess we could go through the Teespring catalog.
Thongs.
I was not thinking of those. Did you say tongs or thongs?
Yes.
What did you say?
Thongs.
Like Cisco?
To the window.
There was an answer on the New York Times crossword puzzle the other day.
Cisco?
Yeah, so you have to know how to spell Cisco in order to get, you know, number 5 down or whatever it was on the crossword puzzle.
Oh, skeet.
And if you want to contact us about purchasing advertisements or submitting a topic for Taco Tuesday or anything, we have business cards. So try to find one.
Yes.
That's how you contact us.
Yes.
First, you find our business card.
Which means you have to find one of us.
Or you can just call the number on the screen.
Yes. And please do. Leave us a voicemail.
I've never actually said the number out loud. 865-236-0399.
Look at you. Yeah. And please send us a text or voicemail. It's super fun.
Because we can use them on the show.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll totally do that.
So you went on a trip.
Well, kind of a trip. It felt like a trip, except I ended up back here 6 hours later. I'm back here where I started.
Wow.
And my wife is fortunate to have phase 1 of the vaccine in her arm.
Yay.
So that's exciting stuff. And she thought that she was going to get to go maybe on Valentine's Day. She had signed up.
Yeah.
And what I found out, now my wife works at a school, so she's a 1B, whatever that means.
And Knox County just opened up for 1B like yesterday, or no, wait, 3 days ago.
So the issue was that she couldn't get it at the time that she was trying to. She could not get it in Knox County because we're talking about Valentine's Day.
So busy.
And they said that it's so much more crowded and there's so many more healthcare workers who may live in the rural areas, but they work in Knox County. There's is there a hospital in Greene County? I don't know if there is.
I don't know.
But there's not a lot. If there are hospitals in those Sullivan County, Greene County, Hamlin County, they're very few and far between. So the demand is different there.
Yeah.
So you can go on the website if you're qualified. And apparently I am not qualified. I'm too young.
You're too young and you're not messed up enough.
And I do not qualify for this. So I don't have an important job and I'm not old enough.
Right.
So I can't get it. But Jerry can. And she goes on the website and signs up for this Greene County one, which is Greenville and actually Tusculum is where we went. And the funny thing is that many of her coworkers were in the same line with us that day.
Oh, wow.
Because, yeah, I mean, and you drive up there, and as I'm looking around, I think maybe I saw one Greene County license plate.
Oh, wow, okay.
It was Knox County, and so you get there, and she had a window from 11:30 to 1.
So it's what, a 2-hour drive?
It was an hour and a half, and then she had this hour and a half window. So we managed to get there. In fact, we were a little worried. She said, I want to get there at the beginning of my window. And I don't know how. Must have been a mistake on the GPS because when we got in the car, it said we were going to get there at 11:35, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that's 5 minutes behind the beginning of the window. But there must have been a mistake on the ETA because we got there at 11:27.
Nice.
Yeah, and but the ETA kept correcting itself as we got closer, so it was more accurate.
It's so funny. Isn't it weird?
It got more accurate as we got closer.
We have that now.
I love it. I love it so much. So
weird.
An hour and a half in the car, 10 a.m. to 11:30 we drive. And that's a mistake.
You drove.
I drove. Well, she's going to get her shot.
Right,
she
she's
asked me
getting
to
zapped.
please come. I didn't have to come. She could have gone alone.
But it's important if she had an adverse reaction or something like that.
Any of those things.
Yeah.
So in fact, that's all coming up in the story. They ask about all these things. But we didn't, I should have thought about this because you get there and you oh, you pull right in. You pull in, and then the line wraps around, I don't know what, it's like an old prison or an old college campus or something, but the line winds around. So you don't realize it's like a Disney line. You have no idea how long it really is until you turn that corner. And you're like,
Oh, no.
So from 11:30 until 1:45, 2 hours and 15 minutes, we inch forward in this line. And it's super cold. It's below freezing. So we don't stop the car.
Right. Oh.
And you can't even, you barely want to put it in park because as soon as you get comfortable for a second, it's time to move forward.
Right.
She's always telling me, time to move. So you're inching forward for now 2 hours and 15 minutes in the line.
Oh, no.
And I understand. It's the vaccine. There's hundreds of people who are in
Which
the
is
window.
important, right.
They're all from Knox County. They've driven all this way. But they should have offered an opportunity for to go to the bathroom because it's been now 10 a.m. To the point where when she gets the shot, it's 1:45 in the afternoon.
Did you have an empty water bottle or?
I'm in the car with my wife. There's people, health workers, looking in the window at us occasionally to make sure that you have the form. They're working the line and handing you paperwork,
right?
Giving you instructions, telling you when to pull forward. I was not comfortable. I don't even know how to do that in the car. I barely could do it in the backyard when I was trying to water the peach tree. I was not prepared. My empty
I have a great story about that.
My empty travel coffee mug. I could have made, but
absolutely.
Ooh, I don't know. Well, I didn't. So now we're at the point where it's 1:48, and they tell us we're finished, and they say now go park over there for 15 minutes
to make sure that she doesn't have
a reaction because they're like, did you ever have a reaction? She says, well, one time.
Oh no, but they make you wait no matter what. Like,
one time she had some prescription that just didn't match.
Right.
Gave her the hives or something like that. So they changed it to a different version.
It's like I have a penicillin allergy, and it made the skin peel off of my feet. Yeah.
So some of those people, I think they may have told them to stay longer than 15 minutes. We were told to stay for 15 minutes. So at 3 minutes, I'm like, it's been 3 minutes.
Your bladder busted?
I did have to loosen my belt and my top button because I'm like, I can't.
I would have gone in my travel mug, or I would have walked over to the bushes.
And then at 4 minutes, and there's people. It's too crowded.
I would have walked over to the bushes.
They had a porta potty where they told us to pull over and wait 15 minutes. There was a porta potty, and I said, let's use the porta potty. And Jerry's like, it's too cold. It's in the 20s. I don't want to use the porta potty. I'm like, I said, I'm not going to make it the whole 15 minutes.
Well, why didn't you just go use the porta potty?
Well, at this point, I don't want it. I said to her,
"Oh, you were being very sweet, and you were sticking it out for her."
I didn't stick it out. I told you that part. I said, look, there's a gas station. Can we just do the 15 minutes over there at that gas station?
Yeah.
So yes. So we go over there, and then there's this other lady who was obviously a Knox County teacher with the big fancy, travel thing on the top of her Subaru, and she had been cutting us off in the line a couple of times, and she also pulled in right behind us. But I had gotten into the bathroom before her.
Good.
And they're all
cut her off.
Yeah. And so we spend our time period in there, and then you get back in the car. And now it's another hour and a half. We stopped at Arby's at least. That's why it took 6 hours to get this vaccine, and I basically got nothing else done the rest of the day because when I got home,
then you're car weary.
I was car weary,
and your bladder's sore.
I hadn't slept well the night before, and I just felt just like I couldn't even. I was supposed to edit a show.
Yeah,
I was supposed to maybe record some other voiceovers.
You can just let's just be a wash.
It was a wash. It was a wash.
Yeah. Will you do me a favor?
I don't know.
No. I love that. That's your natural response. Will you do me a favor? I don't know.
Maybe. Possibly. Good chance.
But is it the same process for the second round of the vaccine?
Well, it'd be 28 days later.
Right. Ooh, great movie.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So she has her appointment, and this time around, they give you a slip of paper that says if you're in A to M, you go at your window is 8:30 in the morning to whatever.
Right.
And if you're N to Z, you go whatever other time. So she's obviously A to M, so it might be a little more organized. I mean, it's the same people. They
Why wouldn't they have done that for the first round?
Well, this time, I don't know, because I I'm not positive, but this time around you have to go to get your second dose. You show them the card they give you at the first dose, and they look in the file and they pull out your sheet, your permission slip or whatever it is you've signed, and they finish the job.
Cool.
So I'm hoping it goes faster, but it's going to be the same number of people, right?
Yeah.
That's probably so. Yeah. It's gonna, I don't know.
It'll be the same number of people.
Yeah. So it's probably going to take a long time.
I would go ahead and assume this time.
Yeah. So
I would think pee before you go.
That's what you did say, that we would probably, when as soon as we get to Greenville, stop somewhere and pee and then get in the line.
Consume no liquid.
And she probably will go by herself that day because it'll be spring. She was worried about the weather. And it had rained and was
icy
right around freezing.
Yeah.
Will you do me a favor? What's the favor?
I was going to say, will you talk about Steve's? Because I need to check my voicemail because it is a school day and my kid's school just called.
Oh,
and I have a voicemail. And so I was going to check my voicemail.
Well, I'd be happy to give the update on Steve's tree service.
Cool.
Serving Knox, Sevier, Blount, Loudoun, Anderson, Jefferson counties all over East Tennessee, doing fine work with their tree climbers and their expert. Really, the cutters and the climbers are the ones who bring the branches down exactly where you want them to be. Check out their Facebook page. They got super high ratings on Facebook, Yelp, and Google because they've been around for a while and clearly they know what they're doing. You know, I've used them here on my property and I can tell you they'll do a fine job for you, whether it's cutting or cleaning. They'll get it all done. You can call 865-257-6214.
Hi, I'm back.
And Renee will come out, and they'll both probably come out and give you an accurate estimate. I was impressed with the accuracy of the estimate.
Yeah, and the work that they did is so good. And as things, because things are already starting to bloom, things are coming back to life, and it's really weird.
Yeah.
And I love it. But as it's coming back to life, your yard looks so good.
Here in East Tennessee, spring really kind of starts in February.
Yeah.
You know, because you hear the frogs mating and all the things starting to happen.
Oh, yeah, and
January,
the lilies
February,
are coming up.
And the birds. When I was a kid, and I know we're talking about Steve's tree service, but the robins are all over the place.
I almost hit one pulling in your driveway today.
Because a lot of them just live here now. But, you know, when I was a kid in New York, it was a school assignment. We had to, when you spotted the first robin of spring, you would mention that in first, second grade. It was a thing. Well, now they're here all winter. This is where they live.
They just chill
all winter long. So between them and the blue jays having the mating ritual and all in the trees, and now that I've got,
and they're loud, they get mean.
I'm seeing different birds because I got some of the nasty trees out.
Yeah. So Steve's Tree Service, check them out on Facebook. Yeah. All their 5-star ratings. Yay.
Good times.
Taco Tuesday.
Oh, that's what it is.
It is Taco Tuesday.
What we do is we have a basket. I'm sorry, I don't mean to. We have there's some secret topics that we don't know yet because they're folded. And you can send them to us on our phone number.
And look, we only have 2 left, so we need more.
865-236-0399. You can text them to us, or you can email them to us, krishaandfrank@gmail.com. I mean, obviously, we know them when they come in, but it doesn't matter. But then we get surprised.
Right.
And I frankly cannot remember what we put in the basket 2 weeks ago.
I like it when you say frankly.
Hello.
I frankly, because that's you.
Hello.
Okay.
So we'll find out what do we got.
Oh, no. What song do you remember from your childhood or your children's childhood?
Oh, all right.
Does that mean like teaching them songs or songs that you would sing to them?
Well, if you're thinking about songs from, well, let's start with songs from your children's childhood because you would associate that. Well, first of all, I also associate it with the song "Sweet Child of Mine" by Guns N' Roses.
It used to be my phone ringtone.
Oh yeah, okay.
"Sweet Child of
Mine." Because we would listen to that in the car radio, and I would turn it. I'd say to Megan, who was in the car seat behind me, "Hey, Sweet Child of Mine," and she played that, had the DJ play it at her wedding.
Nice.
Because on purpose, and I had to get out there and kind of attempt to dance. But I was when you said songs from your children's childhood, I thought about like the kiddie songs. Like Fred Penner was big. They used to have, he had some song about sandwiches. Sandwiches are wonderful. Sandwiches are fine. Is that it?
Yeah, because I mean, like modern day kids, it's like Baby Shark and stuff like that.
Yeah. And Fred Penner was a children's performing artist when my kids were young.
Dan Zanes was big in our family. Like he's kind of like a folksy.
Yeah.
It was fun. But I remember the kids would come home from school and teach us things.
Oh, like the thumbprints on the wall or fingerprints,
Like-
little handprints on the wall. And it makes you all cry, that one.
Something, but this one was Tudita.
Huh?
It's
Tudita.
arms out, thumbs up. No, arms out, elbows in, thumbs up, knees together, bottoms up, tongue out.
Uncomfortable.
Atuta, 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 atuta. Like knees apart. Yeah, atudita, atudita.
It sounds silly.
It
I
is
guess
silly.
the point of it.
But then there was one about like Carol's buttons, and she works in a button factory every day. Her boss says, "They need more buttons in the buttons factory." Like weird songs like that they would learn at school and come back and teach us. Yeah.
I just remembered a song from my childhood, and that might surprise you. I don't know. Obviously, I loved all the Mr. Rogers songs.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was on when I was a kid. He was on when my kids were kids. But the one that just came up to me in my head was my dad and my mom gave us these 2 record albums. By any chance, did you like They Might Be Giants?
I love They Might Be Giants.
Then you'll like this
Saw
story.
them on my 30th birthday in Atlanta.
Get out of here.
One of my favorite bands ever.
I did not know.
Yeah.
Well, they're nice guys, John and John. Right?
John and John.
We used to see them. I met them one time at a K-Rock concert.
Big crushes on both of them.
Well, when I was a child, my parents gave us 2 LP records. My sister, one to me and one to my sister. And I got the one about space, and she got the one about weather. And they were all basically educational songs about clouds. What types of clouds are there? There's nimbus and cumulus and blah, blah, blah. And mine was about planets and the solar system because I loved astronauts and space travel. One of the songs on my space album was "The Sun is a Mass of Incandescent Gas.
Sun is a mass of incandescent gas.
A great big nuclear furnace."
Yeah.
Well, I got chills thinking about it because They Might Be Giants did a cover version of the song from the album that I listened to as a kid.
Yep.
I think I'm the same exact age as one of the Giants.
Yeah. John Linnell and John, I can't remember.
I just remember John and John.
John Linnell's the one I had a big crush on. He's a
and I
skinny
remember
one.
Kevin and me were interviewing them backstage at a show, and I was there, and I got to technically meet them, but not much of an interaction. But I thought I was excited about "The Sun is a Gas."
It became the theme song to some show, Third Rock from the Sun, I think.
Really?
No.
Well, I can Google it. I mean, but that's because I wasn't thinking about that song at all today.
They Might Be Giants came out with children's albums when my kids were kids. Yeah.
'Cause they didn't. That was not intended to be a children's song. They kind of did it somewhat ironically, right?
Yes. Well, then they put out a bunch of children's albums, and one of them talks about different countries. Ready? Algeria, Bulgaria, Cambodia, Dominica, Egypt, France, the Gambia, Hungary, Iran, Japan, Kazakhstan, Libya, and Mongolia, Norway, Iran, Pakistan, Qatar, Russia, Suriname, Turkey, Uruguay, Vietnam, West Xylophone, Yemen, Zimbabwe.
Okay.
When I was a kid, I remember...
it says here, about going back to "The Sun is a Mass of Incandescent Gas," it was from the Tom Glazer's 1959 album. That's before I was born.
Space song.
But I had this album. This is it.
Yeah, oh, it's so cool.
I had that album, and my sister had the weather version of it, the weather song album. And "Zoom a Little Zoom," "What is the Milky Way," "Constellation Jig," "Why Does the Sun Shine?"
Nice.
And
what was it a theme song for?
Let me go back to that and see if Wikipedia will tell us.
Yeah, "Here Comes Science" was one of their, it was "Here Comes Science" and "Here Comes the ABCs."
Let's see if they have.
John Flansburgh and John Linnell.
Oh, all right.
I used to tweet them a lot, and they used to like my tweets and respond to my tweets.
That's awesome.
Seriously, one of my absolute favorite bands ever.
Well, tell them you know Bean.
I will.
I mean, you don't really know him. That you
John
know
Linnell,
him, right?
John Flansburgh, I know Bean.
Yeah, because they know. They would totally know who that is. Well, I don't know how to figure out whether that song, whether the "They Might Be Giants" song was used. On the soundtrack to Carmen Sandiego, was one of them.
This World.
I don't know.
It was recorded by the Allman Brothers.
The second track, Jessica. Yeah, the whole album was. This whole album was cover songs. How about that?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, that's there you go. Thank you for that Taco Tuesday topic.
Yeah,
But you had some from your childhood that you remember?
yeah, when like you would have to learn the states: Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut.
I like the Animaniacs version of the state song.
What is that one?
Well, I can't do it, but we would have Jess Harnell occasionally on as a guest on KLOS, and of course he was Wacko or Yakko.
It was Wacko or Yakko. I think
One
it was
sounds
Wacko.
more like Ringo Starr.
Yeah.
And the other one is Pinky from Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah, but then this is the song that never ends.
Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop.
It just goes on and on, my
all right.
friends.
My kids-
Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because this is the song that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friends. Some people
you're gonna stop.
started singing it, not knowing what it was.
But I mean, you're not really
and
going
they'll
to...
continue singing it forever just because this is the song
But
that
at some point you have to... Maybe I can get a different song into her head. Did you ever have to do any songs in school for like recitals or choirs or...
Kindergarten, I went to Thaxton School. We went to see the Knoxville Symphony Orchestra, and it was about colors. And we sang Paint a Rainbow, but it was red and yellow and pink and green, purple and orange and blue. You can paint a rainbow, paint a rainbow, paint a rainbow too. And we all sat in the Tennessee Theater, the Civic Auditorium, and listened to KSO play it, and then they let Kirk Trevor was the maestro, and they let us all stand up at our seats, and sing
Big times.
red and yellow and pink and green.
I would have been horrified because I can't sing.
But it
I
was,
can't keep up.
Imagine like all those field trip kids like
I would have just
singing.
been mouthing it.
Yeah.
I would have just mouthed it. I would have like...
Oh no, I was show choiring it. I'm sure.
Yeah. No, I mean, in all the learning the church songs at Catholic school, I would barely... I couldn't keep a tune.
Did you get in trouble if you didn't sing though?
I don't know. The only time I got in trouble was something happened in the playground during recess, and I got swept up in the dragnet with the other kids who were too close to the tree.
Oh no!
That we weren't supposed to stand
Oh
there.
no!
It was the only time I ever got in trouble.
Yeah,
I wasn't even really one of the bad kids. I just was too close. I was kind of
too close
technically
to
in
the
the
bad
area,
kids.
and all of you,
And that
to the office.
continues through today. You're just too close to the bad kids.
Swept up in the dragnet.
Yep.
All right. Dun, 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 dun.
This. Yeah. All right.
Oh, you're thinking of the dragnet.
no,
I was pausing for you.
No, I'm
All right. I guess we're moving on to.
yeah, I got to go return a call.
Okay, great. All right. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for listening, especially on any of the audio podcast
Yeah.
apps. And if that turns you on and you want to listen to more stuff and save some money, get a free audiobook download, go to audibletrial.com/Krisha and Frank and save one for free during your first 30-day trial. And then after that, you can, become a paying member and listen to so many things.
Yeah, and one thing that I will say that I really like about Audible is that you can turn off and on. Like you can say, okay, I'm going to skip a month, and you can, and that's a really cool thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And also it remembers where you are across devices. Yeah. So if you listen to some on your Amazon Echo and some on your phone or some in your earbuds, and wherever you are, it keeps your place.
Yeah. Alexa, tell me a joke. Okay, bye.
Wait, it might actually do it. How come I didn't do it? Oh, because I told her not to pay attention to you.
Why does Waldo always wear stripes?
Why does Waldo always wear
Because he
stripes?
doesn't want to be spotted.
Because he doesn't want to be spotted.
That took forever. Why did that take so long?
Because we're using up all the bandwidth.
Oh, probably. All right, thanks for watching.
See ya.
Bye.